Sup everyone, I'm Julian from Harrowing, and this is,
Hello, I'm Christian from Harrowing.
and this is our first ever podcast. So, thank you for watching. We
Good night.
That's it. Yeah, sick. So you can probably tell this is our first time doing this.
We have had one practice podcast.
That is true, but it was. If you think this is a disaster, you should have seen that one. So yeah. Anyway, we've actually prepared some notes, so this
Yeah.
won't be like the absolute worst thing ever. So anyway, so Christian and I have known each other for what? How many years now?
Since grade 7, 2007.
And it's now 2016.
So 9 years?
Yes, because we're really good at maths, and that wasn't embarrassing at all. So we've been friends for like basically a decade,
Wow, yeah.
which makes me feel really old.
Yeah, I reckon.
And Christian's 21. I turn 21 in July.
11 days.
Wow, okay. Kind of impressive, kind of creepy.
I just
Oh,
I just know your birthday.
happy Independence Day, America.
Yeah.
So we're from Australia.
Brisbane, Australia.
Yep. And neither of us were born here.
That's true.
Fun fact.
That's true.
I was born in Melbourne, in Australia.
And I was born in Auckland, New Zealand. New Zealand. Bro.
So, good day, mate. And you already said yours, I guess.
Yeah. So we've known each other since grade 7. And
Yep. And I'll look at the rest of my notes.
And in grade 12, we
Oh, true. We bonded over Pokemon, which is the sickest game. And I
Blue
don't know.
Dragon.
Blue. Where the fuck is that from? Like, I know it was my Xbox game,
Yeah. That's what it's from.
but you never played Blue Dragon, did you?
Maybe it was a code word for something.
It was a code word for something.
Maybe it was Pokemon. Because we didn't like saying Pokemon in front of our friends at school.
Oh, true.
'Cause it was, like,
especially in
we're
like
too old for it.
grade 10.
Yeah.
Because we were like, yeah, we're cool. Christian's in a band. I play soccer. Fucking dude, trade me a Pikachu, bro.
Also, Elder Scrolls Oblivion.
Yes. Also, the camera battery's about to die for some reason. So,
Do you have any spares?
I do, but it's charging.
I have some spares.
Cool. Well, I guess whenever it cuts out, we'll see you soon.
That's why we're the best team.
Yep. We've always got each other's back. So we bonded over Pokemon and horror movies, and
Bonded over games. And I think
Yeah.
horror movies came later.
that did come later. That was like grade, what, 10, 11?
I think 10, yeah.
Yeah. So pretty much we started, yeah, we were just hanging out a lot like best friends do. And yeah, after that we got into horror movies as we got older a bit. And
Do you remember what the first one we saw was? Like the first...
was it Saw
Oh, man. That's...
or Final Destination or something like that?
Could have been Final Destination, but I know we marathoned all 7 Saws.
We did. We saw all 7 in like what, 2 days?
I think so.
That was a bit much.
And then... yeah, it was. And then we saw the short film Saw as well.
Yes.
So 7.5.
That is such a good thing. Like, that was actually pretty damn impressive.
Yeah.
Short film. This will be better, but like, you know. Anyway, so the moment in time that we're recording this is obviously, we've kind of already said it. It's a Monday in Australia. It's 9:42. That's my little thing that I made on my wallpaper. I made that. All rights reserved.
You're listening to the Harrowing Podcast on Ghost Fox.
All right, so we were talking about, this is more for my benefit, we were talking about how pretty much we got started with harrowing and all this stuff, and depending on how much we keep up on the Blackbirds channel and all that, you may know absolutely nothing about Blackbird Diaries or what that is. So we'll explain, because that's exactly how we got to harrowing. Pretty much in 2011, I went to a party, and at the party we watched all sorts of scary stuff on YouTube, from like top 10 paranormal, like most haunted, to a couple web episodes of Marble Hornets, which you guys probably do know, and they were a really, really big inspiration for Blackbird Diaries. And anyway, at this party, me and some other friends, Christian wasn't there, were basically walking along, and we heard a scream that was like the most terrifying thing ever. And we all kind of looked at each other and didn't really know what to do. And then we heard the scream again, and it got cut off straight away. And so we were kind of freaking out, but we were like 16 at the time, or 15. And we were like, do we call the cops? Do we not call the cops? And anyway, we didn't call the cops, but we were like, our neighbor will call the cops, surely. Like, I don't know, which probably isn't the best thing to do. If you do hear something like that, probably do call the cops.
Take action.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, we kind of were a bit weirded out, and we'd been playing like some scary games in the forest, like 44 Home, with like just torches and stuff. And I don't know if you know what that is, but look it up. Anyway, after that, we were heading back from this pretty dark foresty bit near my friend's house, and a cop car came up to us and stopped us and was like, hey, there's a really bad person out tonight. You should probably head the fuck home. And so we were like, oh, all right. Thanks. So, of course, I had the bright idea that we should go and follow the cop car and see what it was talking about. So we did, and we split up because we lost the cop car after like a minute, obviously, because it was like speeding along. So we were in the middle of this neighborhood and didn't really know where we were. And then all of a sudden, no joke, all the lights went out in the neighborhood, and I guess we didn't really know what happened. It wasn't raining, it wasn't storming or anything, but we assumed that whoever this bad guy was that was around had probably somehow found like the mains, or like struck it with something, or overloaded it with something. And all the street lights, all the house lights, they were all out. And so we were separated from each other in two different groups, and we had a meeting point, and basically my group got there first and scared the shit out of my friends. And we didn't really ever find where the cops were, but we did see another couple cop cars go past. But pretty much it made us want to go back home and watch some scary videos, and so we watched Marble Hornets videos until like 6 a.m, and then I went to school and told Christian about it, and then we watched Marble Hornets videos for the longest time, and Christian got super into it, and I'll let him take over because he is now involved actively in the story.
I was also at a different party.
Were you?
Yeah, it was like end of grade 10. Not really graduation, but just end of grade 10 party. And we were watching Marble Hornets, and I was like, oh yeah, whatever. And then when I got home, I was like, oh my god, this is the coolest thing ever. And then, yeah, I guess it got unearthed again when we were both talking about it. And
pretty much we were both just like, that would be really cool to do. We should do something like that.
yeah. And
so we did. And we made a project called Blackbird Diaries. And in it, it was all about like this bad guy called Scarecrow, and you know the plot probably. You can define it better than I can.
well, two characters. no matter what version we came up with, out of the 18 versions that we had.
That's a whole other story.
By the way, this was in grade 12 when we started the initial idea,
Yeah.
and it was, my character's name was Eli, Julian's was
Rain.
Raen,
Indeed.
and that's all we kind of had for our characters. And so they move into a house because we also kind of wanted to not be at home anymore, but like in our own cool way.
Yeah.
So it's like,
So
flashback, our characters are actually 22 and they move in together. But in reality,
we were like 17 and dreaming about it.
and moving out and just, you know, starting our own lives and everything.
Yeah, which is, yeah, it was kind of cool.
So-
And
So Blackbirds kind of gave us
an
not
out-
only a
an
story,
outlet,
but like a,
way to live the dream.
yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
In a much messed up way though, because they move into a house and bad things go wrong and they find this.
They're getting like stalked by this
Yeah.
guy in a black cloak thing, and
There are multiple of them.
they're called hoods.
Yeah.
Basically.
And then like the leader of them is called Scarecrow.
Indeed. And basically we managed to get a whole group of other people involved in our shit.
Yeah, like actors.
And we find out we're not the first people, and we started out like super simple,
Yeah.
guys. We started out with like handy cams. I'll never forget that one time we like strapped the camera as a security camera to your light
yeah.
or whatever,
But it was just our normal.
and we had like pillows underneath in case it fell down, and it was like shooting in like 480p.
Because this was the time when we had no budget, so we had no tripods. The camera was just my dad's camera that was lying around.
We literally knew nothing about film,
Yeah.
nothing about sound, nothing. Well, you knew little bit about sound,
Yeah.
but no, we knew nothing.
Yeah.
We were basically Jon Snow, but like, but winter had already come.
Yeah. But flash forward, like after all these episodes came out and everything, like it was
getting pretty good.
it was a fun experience just to get out every now and then and just run around with cameras and
Yeah. And I'm
wake
gonna
up
say
in forests.
I'm gonna say that again, where I don't sound like.
Yeah.
It was getting pretty good towards the end. We ended up making 12 episodes of that.
13.
What?
'Cause
Oh,
it was-
true. We ended up releasing 12 episodes of that. 13. 8.5. Fuck my life. I get where you were coming from. All right, yeah.
So we ended up releasing 13 episodes of Flatbed Diaries.
Oh my god.
All on YouTube. We got like a good following just on Facebook, just our friends.
Yeah. We ended up we clocked in like 2,000 plus views though,
Oh yeah,
which was kind of cool for us at the time. Like that's not a lot, but it was nice.
it was
Like we
something
got
to keep us going.
All right, cool. So yeah, when we like had no budget and stuff.
Speaking of no budget,
Yeah, well, we keep having issues with our DSLR because we really need a external monitor and DC power for the camera. That would be ideal, because then we would have zero problems like
Yeah.
this whatsoever. But for the moment, we're just shooting in 2K on my iPhone.
we just need a camera with like Hirose or something. Just stick a car battery there.
Yeah,
That'll do it.
basically. Yeah. So anyway, we were
Blackbirds,
Blackbirds.
13 episodes, and then
13
you said the new
episodes.
thing.
I saw the party, blah blah blah, and then you had a party that was similar. You saw Blackbirds at your party. Let's just go from there.
I saw Blackbirds at my party.
I mean, Marble Hornets.
We clocked in about 2,000 views.
Roughly, yeah. And like it's not a lot, but that was really cool for us.
It was just something to keep us going.
Yeah. So that was really cool. And then pretty much Christian and I finished high school, I guess. Sorry if this is turning into like a life story, but what did you go and study?
I studied a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Sound Design at the Queensland University of Technology, which is QUT.
And I studied a Bachelor of Film and Screen Media Production at Griffith University, which is Griffith University, at their South Bank Film School campus. And it was really, really good. But we both got really, really busy, and basically we just couldn't keep up with Blackbird Diaries, so we shut it down.
Well, our last episode 12, Event 12, was released on the 12th of January 2014.
Yeah.
And that was the start of our second year at uni. And from our second year through to our third, we were just full throttle.
So busy.
Yeah. Didn't have time for anything, which also...
it impacted a few things.
It meant no time for Blackbirds.
Yeah. But pretty much we both finished uni now, and we kind of just wanted to both reconnect and redo something.
Yeah, definitely. Because we I'm not going to speak for both of us, but I loved going out every night and just... staying out late and just recording whatever. Because we didn't really have a script.
It was a bit shit. No, I'm kidding. It was like the most fun thing ever.
Because it wasn't like a serious crew and like
it was
lighting setups and
it was
all this elaborate equipment.
It was legit just like mainly us two, and then we had probably 4 or 5 other people from time to time. If they were acting in it, they would help out with some of the other stuff.
Yeah.
And it was very, very run and gun, very improved, but it was good.
And in post, it was just us two again, and
me editing, Christian on sound.
It's cool for people to go, if they've seen Harrowing, and then they go back and they're like, "Oh, this is so amateur." And
Pretty much, because it genuinely was, but it was a good time. And so basically, Blackbird Diaries was. To get back to what we were talking about, Harrowing and everything we're doing now is it was like our origin story. So I guess this being the first podcast, it kind of makes sense to talk a little bit about
background.
Yeah, especially if you're watching this, hopefully you're interested in the series. You're not just like, fucking, the other day I was on the crazy side of SoundCloud and like...
Or if you already know us and know our story and stuff like that.
Yeah, so... That was pretty much how we got started, and now we've both finished uni, and we're both
much more experienced than where we started.
Well, we're professionals now, so
that's right.
This will be professional, but it'll be fun.
Yep,
that's our key thing. So, because I think one thing that happens way too much in the industry is like you can be on. Like, don't get me wrong, you can be doing amazing work, and that's like amazing. That's why we're here, to make amazing content and like live the dream, and bring stories to life. But at the same time, you need to have some fun. If you're not having fun doing what you're doing, you probably shouldn't be doing what you're doing in the first place. And I can't speak for Christian, but sometimes like going to film school was both really great, but it was also really shit. Just because at certain points in time you knew you did not want to have to do it, and I guess it's good because it like teaches you to like pull through and persevere, because you always have stuff like that, so it's a good thing to learn. But in saying that, constantly being bombarded by thing after thing and trying to do it within university rules and do it with this, and you can't shoot a shot at the beach because you'll fuck up our gear because you're uni kids and blah blah blah, which is probably a very, very valid point, but like it's just
we shot at the beach.
Did you?
Yes.
They're like, you're not fucking taking our Alexas within like 50 kilometers of a beach. Not 50, like within 500 meters of a beach or something. So, which is fair enough. But it got really easy, especially being with like some of the people you were working with who just didn't give a shit about being there. Like, it got kind of easy to hate what you were doing sometimes. Did you ever have a similar experience?
Yes. Yes.
So, film school is good and bad.
Yeah.
do it and appreciate it and know it'll suck sometimes, but I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
In saying that, if you just want to dive straight in, do it, because
Yeah.
that's how we started with Blackbird Diaries, and you genuinely you get better by doing things over and over again. No one started out bloody Picasso,
Yeah.
not even Picasso. So
Let's say Tarantino, since how we're relating it to film.
that is a good point.
But a main point to take away from this is just to have fun with what you're doing.
Have fun. That's what we're trying to do. That's what. Yeah. Anyway, so that's that question. Let's try.
Question.
Well, that topic.
Just one more thing, like
Yes.
from when we were both at university, going through all these rules and like all short films have to be like 10 minutes in length, and you have just very strict deadlines and everything. It's much better doing it ourselves, because now we get to relax. Once we know like all that, we can just do it at our own pace, and
Yeah.
it's just much more relaxing.
And like the cool thing about film school again, and deadlines in general, is like deadlines are super important. Stick to deadlines.
Yeah.
But like, for example, I had a film I did in my final year of uni, and I had like 3 weeks to write a script, cast it, shoot it, edit it, sound design it, color grade it, do like any effects I needed done. 3 weeks. So I worked like pretty much 100-hour weeks for those 3 weeks, which is like fucked. I went to uni one day on Friday in the morning, and I went home Monday night. So that was like not okay. And the thing is, like, I knew that would have been really good. Like, it had potential to be a really good thing, but because I had only like a day and a half to cast, basically,
Yeah. It's too rushed.
couldn't quite get the people I wanted, couldn't quite do what I wanted. So if you've got a thing, make reasonable deadlines that you can achieve what you want to achieve in, and then stick to it. Like, yeah. Anyway, I think we should probably move on to a different topic.
Yes.
That's kind of dragging on a bit.
So basically, what we want to accomplish in these podcasts, audio and visually, is to give updates on what we're doing with Harrowing.
Yep.
And maybe any other project we're working on. Just how we're going with our team members.
Yeah.
Outline of story, but not giving away anything. Just
That is the thing.
stuff like that. Deadlines.
Also, just a bit of like extra info on get to know us a little bit better. I guess. And yeah, that's pretty much the whole story, I guess.
So, next topic.
Yeah.
That was easy.
What is the next topic?
Kind of.
My notes are the camera, so like I'm kind of screwed.
Well, is there any other topic you want to talk about?
Well, while we're on the topic of like introducing ourselves and stuff, why don't we talk about 3 things?
Here's something I prepared earlier.
Yeah. You go first.
Where do I
CDODS2.
start?
His username in school was CDODS2.
Well, I didn't choose it,
But that's a fun fact. All right. So, yeah, go.
and Julian's is Jade Rend 2.
Oh, you remembered.
Yeah, of course.
You're listening to the Harrowing Podcast.
Hi, my name is Christian. I know I'm not a Christian. That's my most asked question in my whole life. I don't know what I am at the moment.
Agnostic.
Religious-wise.
Agnostic?
I don't know.
That's just like, if there's proof, then cool.
Possibly.
You're
But let's not delve into that.
you're a
because
question mark.
That's spoilers.
his religious fluid. It works for It works for gender
Religious
fluid. Like, why not?
Okay, so 3 things. I played the drums.
True.
I started in 2007 with a teacher called Steve Pope, who is the drummer for Kate Miller Heike and a couple of other bands.
Shout out to my homegirl, Kate.
who is also our principal's daughter.
Indeed. Hey, Greg. Sup?
So I am a fan or part-time connoisseur of Marvel comics. I love reading them and watching their movies and TV shows.
The right word is definitely connoisseur for your Marvel obsession.
Yeah, okay. We'll stick with that then.
Yeah.
And just to put it out there, I love DC too. I'm not biased. I buy tickets to their movies, very, very early
Indeed.
for the premieres and everything. And I am a sound designer, which is, for people who don't know,
They design sounds.
exactly.
That's literally the job.
They design sounds for film, TV, corporate videos, online media, anything digital.
Commercials, bands. No, not bands.
No, but I do also do some live sound for bands and theatre. So
Yeah, sick.
that is me.
Cool.
Over to my co-host, J Rend 2.
I don't have my notes. No.
Well, neither did I.
Yeah, well, you're like better at
Freestyle.
talking about yourself than I am, as evidenced from our
What the fuck?
practice.
You
What?
can talk about yourself for like years.
Wait. Let's not be like harsh.
Go for it.
But he's right. I'm also just really good at diverting topics away from. Anyway, my three things. Hello, my name is Julian.
Yep.
As we already established, I'm from Brisbane. I'm turning 21 soon.
In 11 days.
And in 11 days. And I like movies. Those are my three.
What the fuck? No, you already said
I'm
two of those.
I'm kidding. Okay, no. All right.
Half an hour later. From all of this.
Yeah, like legitimately. No, okay. So, three things about me. One, I am the biggest soccer fan you will ever meet in your life. I know literally everything about soccer, basically. From like 2005 onwards. So, that's cool. My favorite team... Should I say I'm going to get so much hate.
Go for it.
My favorite team is Manchester United because they were the team that I saw first ever, and they won, and I was like 5, so I was like, yay, Manchester United.
Nice.
Yeah, so all right, cool. I'm Italian and I'm French as well. First person of my family to actually be born in Australia, so that's kind of cool.
Nice.
What's the three things about me? I like pizza, I like ducks, I like foxes.
So you've gone over your quota.
So I guess I'm done.
Just done.
I'm fucking out.
What about you? Just say, because I said like 2 hobbies and then sound.
Okay.
Say 2 things and then film. So.
Well, I really like skateboarding as well.
Oh my god.
That's the thing.
Well, if we're gonna go into everything else we like.
Yeah. I like girls. Sup, chicks. No. We'll cut that out. That's fucking yuck.
Yeah.
Hey baby. No, okay. Alright. My real 3 things are out.
What?
See, I told you this would be bad.
You had like 2.
What? What were my 2?
Italian and French and
soccer.
soccer. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, Italian, French, soccer. And in terms of film, I like to write and direct. But at the moment I do a lot of camera operating and sound recording as well. So I try to be a bit of an all-rounder. Yeah. And I'm sound recording my first feature film soon.
Nice.
So that'll be cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my 3 plus things about me.
Nice.
Which was again super fucking awkward because I told you I suck at this.
I kind of want to say another one.
All right, go.
I like
we'll trade.
I like every sport except AFL and soccer.
I
don't know who Manchester United is.
I like everyone in this room but one.
Yeah, I hate Alan as well.
Yeah. Why he's staying us, bro? It's like he actually watches this.
All right.
Shout out to my home dog. Yeah, okay.
I'm sure we can go on with a million things that we like,
This is true.
but we'll save it for future episodes so we can spread it out.
True.
Just so everyone can get to know us.
Yeah.
Because I think that's pretty cool.
You're listening to the Harrowing Podcast on Ghost Fox.
So, about a month ago, on the 6th of June,
Yes.
we killed off officially Blackbird Diaries and our previous production house, which was Silverbird Productions,
Yeah.
and we decided to create something new, something fresh, something that not only was a fresh series idea, but was fresh for the two of us.
Yeah. I think it was just we were getting nowhere, and
Yeah.
it was filled with a lot of old crap that we just needed to kind of appreciate but be done with.
Yep.
And this is just a really good way to just start fresh, have something completely new, completely awesome, and just go for it.
Yeah.
So we made Harrowing.
And
Um,
since we made it, like, we have been going very, very smoothly and
we
just like
we have
punching out Skype sessions, and nothing's really gone wrong, which is very
it's
very
kind
good.
of actually really weird, and because Christian and I I'm just gonna readjust the mic. There we go. I'm on mic now. We were like, we've always been really good at thinking kind of similarly, but differently enough that we bring totally different ideas to the table as well.
Yeah.
And so far with Harrowing, pretty much every single idea we've had, we've both been like, oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I had the same idea. Like, it's just been really, really good.
Like, someone brings up one topic and we've got like a very, very similar idea, but we're still on the same wavelength. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah. Like, it'll be slightly
just
different, but it
complements.
just builds. Yeah, it's really been really, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah. And hopefully we can just keep this
that
train
going. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's been really cool. And yeah, so it's been about a month. We've already done like close to 30 pages. I'm
Yeah.
just going to say 30 pages.
We've got an online document where we just both put all our ideas on and collaborate with the plot ideas and everything. And
We've got a playlist as well
yeah,
of just general ideas of songs that we might want to, just the tone of
Yeah.
of everything, even if we don't use them. So
Hmm.
we'll probably have that up for people to see at some point.
yeah, I don't see why not.
Um,
And it's
give them a bit of an insight into kind of what we listen to as well.
because
Give you guys a bit of an insight.
yeah, as not just like our music inspirations for the series, but this podcast also.
It's just in general as well.
Yeah.
A little bit. Look, we'll be straight up. I think we're not gonna give away amazing
Plot
details of the show or anything
No
like
way.
that. What this is it's just a really cool way for us to hopefully learn a bit from you guys and have some mad chats, I guess.
And get some feedback every now and then.
And some feedback and have a talk and just ongoing communication, I guess,
Yeah.
as this all kind of builds a head of steam. But yeah, it's just a really fun way for us to kind of interact with you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy and you can join us on this journey, and hopefully if you're watching this, you're enjoying what we're doing, and we can try and make it better and better for you.
Exactly.
Cool. So I don't think we need to go into like what genre is the Harrowing and stuff like that.
No, we can save all the juicy bits
Ah, well,
for later.
they already know.
It's gonna be a horror.
It is.
Spoilers.
It is. Yeah, horror.
Seems how a lot of this episode is about horror.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. I honestly have no idea when we're gonna upload this properly. So
No,
so you
we're
might.
not saying any dates, any deadlines.
Yeah.
No
So
way.
you guys might be watching this on like a DVD at the end of season 1,
Yeah.
and like retrospectively, or you guys might be following along at a later date on SoundCloud with our more
Recent updates.
yeah, like we'll be doing podcasts every 2 weeks, and in the beginning we understand that a lot of it will be really retrospective. So when we're doing questions and stuff, honestly, it will be us. But but as we keep going, we will get questions from everyone, and it'll be a really good time, and we'll keep on doing everything.
And it can be questions about anything, not just the series. Like, the podcast is meant to be like a communal thing as well. We're trying to answer your questions, which don't necessarily have to be about harrowing. It can be about our life experiences, or
yeah,
if you want to know a little bit more about us, or
sometimes we might change it up. We might do challenge.
yeah, why not? We'll have
Or-
like a theme week
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah.
like that. We could dress
Halloween, we'll be dressed up
up.
as ourselves
Yeah.
in these current clothes.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it'll be a really good time, and I'm just really personally excited for you guys to, if any of you are watching this, to see how it changes from us sitting here basically recording with to be honest, our setup right now is we've got a DSLR and like good mics, but they're like on top of books and stuff so that they're the right height, and we don't have any accessories yet for our DSLR, so we're shooting with an iPhone strapped to it now, just so we don't have any recording time issues anymore, because that was a bit of a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
So if you see a visible quality change in picture, that's why.
And we'll have behind the scenes photos, exactly what we're looking at.
Yeah, which is pretty funny, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, no, I honestly don't know how much more there is to say about Harrowing at the moment. It's a horror, it's a thriller. It's going to be shot both in first and third person. That's something cool about it.
Yep, that's a pretty good tidbit.
Yep.
And we main thing, we just want to have fun with it
Yeah, pretty much.
and learn from it. And I think, well, personally, what I want to get from it is, just like Mark Wahlberg, I like to do projects that I feel some connection to. And this is definitely something that I feel like from here, henceforth, I'm going to get something out of it.
Yeah.
And because I'm in it, I can feel it, this actually feels good. Like, whenever we talk, it's
Dude,
always good.
The way I'm thinking about everything at the moment is it's kind of like, if I don't know, what's a good example? It's kind of like if you start with like an orange. All right, hear me out. It sounds stupid, but if you honestly,
Like
if you started
okay.
if you started with like an orange or something, and like already like take off the skin, it's like cool underneath, like you can eat it and you can like it tastes good. It's a fucking orange. But for me personally, I fucking much prefer like freshly squeezed orange juice. And I guess what I'm trying to say is like this is starting off good, but it's got so much potential to get like better and better, and every single time we talk it's like
Filling up
that
the
orange
glass.
is getting like more and more crushed and turning into like beautiful juice, I guess. Like, does that make any sense?
Yeah, at first I was like, you're just talking about
Where the
orange,
fuck am I going?
but
I'm just talking. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But like genuinely, it's so good to just be here and be doing this and just having fun with this. And I really want this, like, we understand that there are a lot of things out there that are kind of similar to like genre wise and on YouTube and out there, and and props to all those guys, and we've drawn
Of course.
heavy inspiration from all of those guys, like especially Marble Hornets, who have already shouted out, Tribe 12,
Everyman Hybrid.
Everyman Hybrid, like all you OGs, like fucking straight up, like we were watching you all of your channels from like 16 plus.
Yeah.
And
now we
getting
just wanna
so
make
into it,
our-
and
make our mark with adding our own little touches and
yeah,
flavors.
like this will be. It'll be a similar genre, obviously, but whereas that was all kind of based around the whole Slender Man thing or their own little iterations of it, this
Yeah.
is totally different story. Totally, it's more cinematically based,
Yeah.
I think is a better way to say it. Like we are going to have like kind of have a crew going on. We are kind of going to have third party, a third person and first person. We're not going to kind of let you in on how that's happening just yet, but you'll kind of see for yourself how that works out, and that'll be really good. But it's especially for online content, it's a very different way of approaching a very similar issue. And we're going to do something that's true to us and
Make our mark. And
yeah. So
and yeah.
You're listening to the Harrowing Podcast on Ghost Fox. So bad. The end. It cuts.
Oh, did you hear that?
was that morgswag.com? That's what it sounds like on our gear.
So we kind of just got our first email in. That was weird.
Yeah.
Seems that we don't have an email.
So the first email we got, which is weird, seeing as we don't have an email.
That's what I just said.
All right, go.
Julian just did something, but we cut it out, so you'll never know what it is.
Magic. All right.
Hey, Julian.
Yes.
We just got our first email.
Oh my god. Is it from morgswag.com?
Let me just check. It is.
Wow. What a surprise.
Wow. Yeah.
Let's have a
okay.
look at the user.
I'll just open it.
What's from username? Charizard66. All right. Not going to hate.
Yeah. Oh, Charizard's awesome.
Charizard is awesome. Especially
So,
Mega Charizard X.
Yeah.
Which is very good in the OU tier. Anyway.
Shout out to Mega Charizard. Why?
Shout out to Smogon in general.
Cerebi.
Maryland.
Bulbapedia.
Wikipedia.
Charizard 66 would like to ask,
What is your favorite horror movie?
ooh,
That's actually a really good question.
Yeah.
If I don't say so myself.
first of all, thanks Charizard 66.
Yes, thank you
for
so much for writing it on morgswag.com.
sending in your email. Sending in your email. And would you like to go first? Favorite horror movie?
God.
I have a worst horror movie.
Is it Haunted House 2?
No, that's
like
not horror.
That's a comedy.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got a few. I have to say I love Conjuring and Conjuring 2. That are both out at the moment, and the third one isn't out yet, if they're going to make a third.
Yeah.
Which
I hope they
will.
do.
They will. They better. They fucking better. Saw for me is like a thriller, but it's like one of my favorite thrillers of all time. I would have to say. Oh, but then we've got all the old school ones like The Shining. and
Yeah.
Exorcist,
This is really tough.
Nightmare on Elm Street. Tell you what, Nightmare on Elm Street was the first horror movie I ever saw. I was 6, so thanks, grandparents. I honestly don't know, dude. Do you have any ideas?
I'd have to say I have like 2.
Okay. And they are
Actually, I don't know, man. Like, I'm just gonna say Conjuring and Conjuring 2, just because
really
they're the
Whoa.
freshest in my mind.
big call. Okay.
You said it before as well.
Yeah, they're up there. I don't know if I had to pick 2, I wouldn't pick both. The Conjuring series
Yeah, The Conjuring as a whole.
as a whole.
because we both saw it, both of them, at the cinema, and I think that just gives you a whole
At night.
different experience than sitting in your room in the dark. That's scary on itself, but when you're with a whole audience, you can all share that horror and that the scares and the spooks, and that's what I love, because
And
I
the
love
creeps.
I love everyone like tensing up, and some people go like this,
I
and then
I love everyone screaming.
yeah, and then once it goes like to a day scene, everyone's like, "Ah," and you can feel the whole cinema like relaxing, and that's what I love. So,
Yeah, there was this one girl sitting next to me on the right in The Conjuring 2, and legit every single like day scene she'd be like casually like wearing her jacket as a jumper, like as like a blanket or whatever, and then it would go to night and slowly just out the corner of my eye I see it going like fucking right up to just like the eyes,
Yeah.
like every single time. It was so good. Anyway, I reckon if I had to choose, I would say I reckon Conjuring 2 is probably my favorite horror movie ever, because I think it was better than
oh,
Conjuring
pretty
1.
cool.
But it is pretty cool.
So you sent it to me.
But The Shining would have to be my favorite like old school horror movie. I think like it holds up today. It's such a fucking masterpiece. What about you?
For old school, this is like sci-fi horror, but Alien.
Dude, yes. Totally forgot about Alien.
Because, yeah, I watched that when I was super young, like grade 6 or something, with my dad.
Straight up.
Like, I still remember when I watched it, so I think that, you know,
That's
if,
fair.
if that sticks with you when you watched it, where you were, then it must be a pretty good movie.
I would have done this job.
So, yeah.
In saying that, I don't think The Conjuring 2 was like the scariest movie I've ever seen. Like, definitely not.
Yeah.
But it was just really good. I just really enjoyed it.
I think, like, the scariest one that I've seen with you was, that dude with the mask and the tapes, and it's got,
Sinister.
yeah.
Sinister is a fucking terrifying movie.
Yeah. I don't know if I've seen the second one, but
I haven't. Apparently it's not that good.
Oh.
But I still want to see it.
oh my god, so I think we somehow have a connection to morgswag.com.
Yeah, it's this new site, and there's like this one place you can send messages to, and they go like somewhere random, but we tend to get all of them. Or at least a fair few. So
Yeah, I don't know. I think somehow they must be live streaming our podcasts, because they were also in the other one.
I think it's run by a fan or just I don't know. I have no idea what morgswag.com is, but
We got an email about 3 p.m. today from the username at Charlie, CHALI, or Charlie, not sure, but
Cool.
they want to know if you could use any location to film harrowing, where would it be and what would it be used for? Also, I love your voices.
oh wow, cool. That's nice.
That is nice.
Thank you. We love your voice too, Charlie. Just covering all the pronunciations.
Let us know exactly how you pronounce Charlie.
Please do.
In your next email.
Yes. But if we could film anywhere, where would we film and why? Was
Like,
pretty much
just-
the question?
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to go worldwide or?
Yeah, why not? Well, let's go worldwide.
Um,
I would just love to be somewhere super remote, like either Uluru, like something really Australian that's like in the middle of nowhere, or like the Grand Canyon, or the Amazon rainforest. Like, just I would love to film in one of those places. Like, just
Speaking of forests, I would probably go, and this is from hearing stories, but in Japan, the forests of suicide.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because
That forest is crazy.
not only is there like stories about it, but it looks creepy as. So.
It genuinely looks creepy as. Actually, coolest place to film. There is this island that's kind of off of Venice, and no one is allowed to go there. So it's like totally deserted, and I forget exactly what happened there, but I think it was like disease or something. There was, I think they used to throw all the plague victims or whatever onto
On the island.
in like a mass grave or something, and then it was like a mental hospital, and then it was like a barrack thing, and then it was like it's just had a terrible history, and it's meant to be like one of the most haunted places on earth, and I would love to film there.
I would also just love to film anywhere that whoever's in charge will just give us a permit.
If you have
That would make my job a lot easier.
if you own a really cool location and you would love for us to come and film there,
Yeah.
as long as we don't die, we'll be there.
Send us your details
Send us your deets.
and a couple of pics, so we know what
That's
the location is.
that could go both ways there.
Pics of the location.
Yeah, pics of the location. Definitely not of anything else.
Unless you have a cute dog or something.
Or like,
I'd love to see a cute dog.
all right.
I think we have time for one more question.
I think we do.
So, getting out my email device.
Can I have a look?
Yeah, this one's from mpalm61.
mpalm61.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. mpalm61 writes in and goes, totally unoriginal show. What a load of shit. But while I'm here, I'm loving this guy already. While I'm here, if you could have any car, what type of car would you have? P.S. You guys suck.
Well, thank you, mpalm61, for your
I just want to
bipolar email.
just so you know, thanks for the message, and you suck too. So thanks.
Any car I would
Any
want.
car.
I know what I want.
What would you want?
I currently have a BMW 318i. And I would like to have another BMW 318i.
Wow, dream car.
Yeah.
21. Not bad.
2 dream cars.
Very cool.
Maybe a slightly higher model, like the 325, but the 3 Series, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice, man. That's cool. I'm probably reaching a bit further. For me, the Lamborghini Reventon is one of the sexiest beasts alive, and it has been since it came out.
Nice.
So I would totally dig that car. But if it was a car for like practical use, then I'd want like just a really good 4-wheel drive, to be perfectly honest. Like that would
Handle any condition, hold all your gear.
yeah, big, comfy,
Nice.
sick sound. Like
Yeah.
just a nice ride. And anyone gives me any shit on the roads, just bash into them,
So
kick them off a cliff, piss on their grave. No,
but
that would be cool.
once again, thanks for all your email submissions, even if they all were from morgswag.com.
Yeah.
Wherever that is, whatever that is.
Well, legitimately, if you do have a question and you would like us to answer it on the show, please do write to us at morgswag.com or our Facebook or our Twitter or our Instagram. Probably not Instagram. That would be a bit weird, but hard as well.
Maybe just one location so we can all get it.
True. All right. Scratch what I said. Just on morgswag.com. Because that'll be a really good
whoever
time.
admins morgswag.com can forward it to us.
Yeah, that would be really cool. I guess in conclusion, I would like to summarize my hypothesis by saying,
I'd
No.
like to thank my dad, my mom.
No, guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll get better with this.
Definitely. We're going to get better with like every single
Everything.
podcast,
Every
our
single
acting, everything.
everything. So please bear with us. We're going to do the best we can. We're going to take as much time and release something that we're truly proud of.
Yeah. We're not going to upload something that's like half-assed, just
No.
quickly rushed
No.
to the end and
Fuck
upload
that.
it. No.
That ain't me.
No.
That ain't us.
Thank you all for watching, or if you're listening on SoundCloud.
Yep.
And we'll see you next time in the next fortnight for our
Yeah.
next upload.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much. And see you then.
Catch you then.